Hi, it's Cohen Manning here. I wanted to talk to you today about the lobster and what we can learn from a lobster. So, around 25 times in the lobster's life, it will shed its hard outer shell. And before it sheds that hard outer skeleton, it will start growing a new one underneath. And so what happens is the lobster will rip pretty much all the way down the middle, and the lobster will have to go and lay on its side and get in almost a fetal position by just bending itself in half. And once that outer shell, that encasement, rips off, that new outer shell will be thin, and the lobster will be in a very vulnerable place, and it will have to be very careful because predators can easily attack it until it grows and matures into that next harder encasement. And sometimes we're doing the same thing as the lobster. We are molting and shedding the old and making room for this new journey, a new season, a new adventure, a new land, new people, new friendships. And many times it's just time to shed the old to make room for this new journey that the Father has us on. And one of the things that was coming to me today after a woman had reached out and told me that she had been abandoned by a friendship, it got me thinking about the lobster. It also got me thinking about one of the areas that we all have to deal with in this lifetime is losing people that we love, whether it's in the physical or whether they are still alive among us, but that chapter has ended, that door is closed for whatever reasons, and sometimes we don't even know the reasons. But what I wanted to say to you today is there is something worse than a person who closes the door and walks away from you. And that is a relationship that was intimate, a relationship where you shared your deepest, darkest fears, your secretive things, your childhood, your dreams, your ambitions, you conversed in the most intimate places and exposed your soul because you trusted this person. And this person could have been trustworthy. They could have been there for you for years. And then all of a sudden, they're not completely gone. They don't shut the door and walk away. No, this is a situation that's far worse. They leave the door open just a sliver, just enough to pop back in your life and converse for a moment or share something they're doing, but the intimacy is gone. And so David talks about that. He says that, my dear friend has, the one I broke bread with, the one I shared meals with, has risen up against me and become my enemy. So watch out for those types of relationships, because it may be that they become so hard that you have to shed and make room for new people that are coming into your life. And sometimes it's just good to make a list of friends and relationships that you have and where those people are at in your life. And maybe there's some that you just need to go ahead and shut the door, because the door was already shut. It's truly already been shut, and it's not the same. The relationship is not the same. And so this is just not friendships. There are all kinds of relationships where we know that they're shallow, or for whatever reason you've changed and you're not the same person, and where they're at, you are sort of moving in a new direction, or you are going through a season of extreme transitioning. And like the lobster, there's, with change, yes, there comes great vulnerability and transparency. The lobster hasn't gotten that hard brown encasement to protect him from his enemies yet. And so he's going through this metamorphosis, sort of like the caterpillar into the butterfly. And so there is a season where there is a time where you need to protect yourself until you grow in this new person that you're becoming. But we don't want to stay the same. We should always be changing and becoming, bearing more fruit, becoming more mature, our authentic selves. And so I just wanted to discuss that today. And if you're interested in learning more about the lobster, God's creation is amazing. Go and look up the process of the lobster molting. And also, I just wanted to say today that if there's a door that's been left ajar and it hurts when you hear from certain people because they are not a person who is going to honor you or celebrate things in your life. Good friendships are not one-sided. You honor them, they honor you. You respect them, they respect you. You get excited when they are seeing their dreams come forth, their vision come forth. You have a way of sharing intimacy without fear, because you can be your true, authentic self, and they're going to love you no matter what. And so I just want to say, if there is a door ajar that you need to shut today, it's okay. You can do that. Also, get ready for this new season of shedding that old hard encasement and making room for new growth. Blessings.